Hello, boils and ghouls, and everyone creepy in between. This is another episode of the Average Ghost Mom podcast. Wow, 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 wow. I don't really know what I was doing there. I just enjoy making noises sometimes. So, the last time I made a podcast episode, it was before Ava's birthday, and it came out the day after Ava's birthday party. So, plenty of things to get you caught up with that. Also, Ava's not with me right now. I almost said Ava's not here anymore. Ava's not with me anymore. And potentially, I don't know who listens to The Office, but there is a scene where Meredith gets hit by a car and Michael was the one driving that car. Michael accidentally hit Meredith in the parking lot and he said he was saying about how she'd been hit, she was in the hospital, and oh my gosh, they think she's gonna make it. And everyone was like, "Why did you say it like that?" Because the way he said it made it sound like he was gonna say, and they don't think she's gonna make it. But then he said that they think she is gonna make it, she'll be fine. And they're like the whole office is like mad at him because of how he phrased it. I don't know, just the way I was about to say, Ava's not with me anymore. Potentially could have sounded like Ava's passed. She's she's not here anymore. And it's no, nope. She's with her dad. That's what it is. She's just not living with me right now. But anyway, I'll get into all that later. But y'all want to hear about the birthday party. So, let me tell you, the party was a huge success. Okay. I am so happy of the outcome of this party. I put so much work and effort into this, and I am just glad it was just not like a total flop. So I have been planning this party. I am pretty certain I mentioned this when I started it, and then like I've probably sprinkled it throughout previous episodes up until like now. Um, that I've been planning this party for the past 2 months. I started this party at the beginning, planning it at the beginning of April. Expense of the party had didn't fall all at once, and it's like so that way I could pick up all the cake stuff here, and then on this grocery shop I can pick up some of the decorations, and on this grocery shop I can pick up some of the toys, you know. For those who don't know, we did a Barbie Godzilla theme. And so it was Barbie and it was Godzilla. It was not a Barbie Godzilla, but it was two separate entities put together to be like one theme. Um, which is kind of funny because Amazon one day did a TikTok ad and they said, "Oh, is your kid having a princess dinosaur birthday party theme? Well, come to Amazon for all your needs." And I was like, "Oh, so Amazon, Princess Dinosaur sounds awfully close to Barbie Godzilla. So are you going to tell me that you have a Godzilla piñata for me?" Nope. Amazon does not have a Godzilla piñata, nor does Walmart. And then, oh, you know what? I think I said this before on a past episode. I can't remember everything that I say in the past. I can't remember actually a lot of things. So, what did I have for lunch yesterday? No idea. Anyway, so yeah. So, Barbie Godzilla birthday party. Okay. So, my goal was with the weekend previous being Memorial Day weekend and Americans get that Monday off because it was Memorial Day, I said, "You know what? I'm really, really, really excited for this birthday party that's happening this coming, at the end of the week and on the next weekend. And I have the energy now. I have the motivation now. I have the drive now. I should start setting up some things. I should start decorating some things. I should start, moving some things around." So, um, the hallway area that well, upstairs it's a hallway, downstairs it's just uh a section of the ceiling, but it's like it's a section of the ceiling that sticks out, so it's different from the rest. Like, ooh, I want to put some streamers here in a very specific cross pattern, and that's what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna look so cool. But I don't want to stay up till, I don't want to stay up super late doing this Friday night. So I should do this now. And it took me like 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. And I made a Barbie box to take pictures in, and I made a burning city skyline to take pictures in front of. So I wanted to set up the photo booth area because I also knew this Barbie box was bigger than normal Barbie boxes. Instead of just stacking two boxes on top of each other, I did four boxes so that way multiple people could step and take a picture in the Barbie box together, because sure, it's fun to, have a Barbie box photo booth, but it's more fun if you get to do it with your friends. And so I did two on top of two. And I knew the stability wasn't going to be fantastic, but I needed to get this going to see what was going to happen. Y'all, we used packing tape, we used transparent duct tape, we used command strips, we used um prayer. We, I got Jesus involved on this one. I used a wooden dowel also. Um, it was a Barbie box. It was a pink box. It barely made it to the party, but we got there. Um, it was slightly leaning. One of the top left box didn't want to stay stuck and stick in the right position, so that box was kind of leaning down a little bit. But I have a fantastic community out here of people who love and want to help me. And Ava's friend, Lindley, her mom, is really good at making balloon arches. And I had her make me a balloon arch to put on that Barbie box. Like, that was already the plan, was to have a balloon arch to go on the Barbie box. But I was like, oh, this works out so well because the arch is leaning into the middle of like the photo booth area, and well, the box is leaning into the middle of the booth area. So I'll put the arch covering that, and then the Barbie box won't look so slanty. And it worked so well. I'm so happy with the outcome of that. And this photo booth area was such a huge hit at the end of the party. Everyone was like, oh, wait. I want to get a picture with this person and that person before they leave. And oh, I want a picture with them too. And oh, we should all take a picture. And it got crazy because if anybody knows Josh's side of the family, it got a little crazy. It got a little bit of PG. Got a little PG up. Got a little PG-13 up in here. It wasn't, we didn't get to rated R. Well, I don't know. Josh's dad, maybe we did get a little rated R, but y'all can see I posted those on my Facebook for family and friends. I posted some pictures on my Instagram. The the clear pictures, the good pictures. I posted the kid-friendly pictures on Instagram so you can see, how those looked and stuff. Um, but I posted every picture on Facebook. Y'all, some of them pictures gonna make the Christmas card. That's But yeah, the photo booth area ended up being a super big hit, which I wasn't expecting it to be. I mean, granted, I put in a lot of time and energy and effort into this, but I had expected it to just kind of be something for the kids that they wanted to do. I did not expect the amount of adults that wanted to get in on the Barbie box photo booth. It was, it really, really made my day to see, like, wow, like, more than just the kids actually like this. It's awesome. Like, and it kind of did what I wanted to do. I wanted it, when you go to a 6-year-old's birthday party, most of the time, the adults are just standing around watching the kids have fun or whatever, depending on the thing. And I so badly I'm a person who, if you come to a birthday party, you're gonna have fun too. This might be for my 6-year-old, but like, I know 6-year-old birthday parties are not fun. I don't want to just stand around and just talk with moms. Like, I want to have like a good time too. Like, I do just want to only sit around. I wanna sit around and just, chit chat, but chit chat, have a drink, not have to worry that my kid is gonna, like, get hurt or something, be able to just, like, kinda sit back and relax because we're all trying to enjoy a birthday party, you know? So, that's kinda something I tried to do for kids' birthday parties, for my kids' birthday parties, is, like, make sure the adults are having fun too, because it's not fun when you just it's not fun when you go to a park or someone's backyard and you just stand there with nothing because all we have is like apple juices for the kids because it's a kid's birthday party, and we just have to stand there and talk to other moms and maybe make light talk. I don't know. I don't really like any of these people. I don't know any of them. So that's one of the benefits of having a summer birthday party is I'm not going to invite the kids and parents from her kindergarten class. Um, A, I'm not sending an invitation out that early. B, I don't know any of them. I don't want strangers coming into my house or coming to my kid's birthday party. And that would make things awkward because they don't know anybody. If they enjoy and they're able to make small talk and stuff, then it won't be as awkward, but Lord, y'all don't know this family that I just got myself all tangled up into. They are something else. They can be something else. So, they're the family who, when you're dating someone, it starts off with, "Yeah, you'll have to be my family at some point." The further that some point is, the better. But they're something else. Just prepare yourself. Which I've got family like that too. So I get it. Like, nothing against him. We are just now combining two families that are something else. And you will need to prepare yourself for. So, that'll be fun. Anyway, her birthday party, back on track, stay on track. Photo booth area. So, the order of events that we had for the day was lunch, which was Josh grilled some hamburgers and hot dogs. And then I grabbed some fruit and vegetables to make fruit and vegetable platter, basically. I didn't want to have to purchase like a pre-done fruit and vegetable platter because that's like $20 a piece for not very much fruit or vegetable. So I'm like, I can do better with that money and just get things individually and get what I want. Cause like some fruit platters are not fantastic. And I'm like, I will just get what I want. So we had grapes, strawberry, mango, and apple slices. I had caramel, we had Nutella, and I had yogurt to dip it in. Then for vegetables, we had bell pepper slices. So good. And celery and broccoli and tomatoes. And Aldi had a dill pickle ranch dip and a caramelized onion and bacon dip, which were both very good. Then it was your pick of chips, and I also had applesauce too because Ava likes applesauce. So of course, why wouldn't I have my kids some of their favorite foods at their birthday party? Um, Applesauce, and then we made chocolate rice crispy treats, and I made banana bars, and then I made Godzilla footprint snickerdoodle cookies. So what I did for that, which here's a good little joke, here's a good little laugh. So part of the cake, which I'll get into, the decoration theme was obviously Barbie and Godzilla. And so I made it look like Godzilla was chasing Barbie through a pink city on fire. Okay? Which I did not get good shots of the cake before we were getting into it and stuff. So what I've got's what I've got. But I taped a sparkler to the side of his head and lit it on fire so it looked like he was breathing fire or laser or acid or atomic, whatever he spits out as he's chasing Barbie through the city. So the idea was really good, in my opinion, of course. But when we were taking this giant 1.5 foot Godzilla out of its package, um, its foot popped off, and its foot was not supposed to pop off. But it makes sense because this Godzilla is like $150, and I got it on sale for like $50. Um, because it was a little damaged. So, which nothing that some super glue can't just fix. But it really worked out because I'm like, I had already planned on doing like a footprint in the snickerdoodle. So the cinnamon sugar pack comes separate from the cookie pack. So you bake all the cookie, you make your cookie dough, bake all the cookies. Then as they're cooling, I stamped the Godzilla foot into the cookie, which is a lot easier to do when you only have the foot and you don't have the whole Godzilla monster to have to use as a stamp into these cookies. And then I sprinkled the cinnamon sugar into the cookie print so that way it was like very obvious that this was a Godzilla footprint. And then I broiled the cinnamon sugar on the cookie on high for like a quick minute so that way the cinnamon sugar would kind of melt a little bit and then it would cool so it would stay. And the cinnamon sugar didn't completely just fall out of the footprint on the cookie. So those turned out pretty good. Um, and then let's see. Oh, and then we had the toppings bar behind. Yep. And then for drinks, I did pink lemonade, of course, for Barbie. And then we had Dr. Pepper and we had Sprite and we had water, of course. And then for the adults, I grabbed a pack of Jack Daniels mixed drinks. Hold on, let me see. Because I'm drinking one right now. Oh, they're Country Cocktails Punch Pack. So I know that they had the was it the downtown punch or the hometown punch, something like that. They had watermelon, they had strawberry, which is what I'm drinking, and then they had guava or lime. Wait, no, that was watermelon. Peach. Oh, peach punch. That's what it was. I think it was like down home punch. Maybe it's what it is. Strawberry punch, peach punch, and watermelon punch mixed with Jack Daniels, which strawberry and peach are always going to be my favorite. There was no downtown left, and there's 3 watermelon left. So I will get back to you on how those taste. The watermelon. I'm not quite an artificial watermelon flavored fan, but maybe if you mix it with some alcohol, that might persuade me to like it a little more. And I also got some pink wine because I know there was gonna be a good bit of moms there, and maybe we just might needed to crack open a bottle. Because I tell you what, there are some rambunctious kids that were there. All in all, though, it was a good party. So we had lunch, and then um we did pin the laser on the Godzilla. Um, I drew and colored a Godzilla head, to which I colored him, excuse me, green. And as I'm coloring him, Ava comes over and says, "What's that?" And I said, "It's Godzilla." And she goes, "Godzilla's not even green." And I said, "Well, fuck me then, because Godzilla's green this time." And then Josh goes, "Well, actually, in like the original Godzilla or whatever, the original color of Godzilla was green, but then has turned to black since then." Like the very first, I think he said the very first Godzilla was green. But since then, like, he's black now. So I wasn't entirely wrong. Also, I made the spikes on the back of his head and his neck going down blue, which I know that is correct. I know Godzilla does have blue spikes. So fine. little messy. Maybe I didn't do the skin right, but I did this part right. And since his spikes were blue, his laser was blue because I know those two things can correlate, especially on the blue one. So, haha, F off. I'm not too far off. Anyway, that turned out to be really fun. I grabbed like a yellow handkerchief to wrap around their eyes, and of course, Ava's the birthday girl, so she's going first, and I put it on, and she goes, Mom, I can see through this." And I said, "Oh, well, that's not a very good handkerchief. Let me go get my dark blue one instead, because that you won't be able to see through." Um, Everyone had a really fun time with that. I cut out a lot of lasers, so everyone got at least one turn. I think Ava got like 4 or 5 turns, so that was fun. Then after that, that was the Godzilla, party game. Then I had a Barbie craft, which was, for people who may or may not know, in some movies or shows or scenes, whatever, Ken wears a visor for certain outfits. Um, I think I mean, like, in recent I'm pretty sure he wears a visor when he's roller skating in California in the Barbie movie. But I'm pretty sure, like, Beach Ken or Surfer Ken or maybe, like, Lifeguard Ken, at some point, Ken does wear a visor for certain, like, beachy outdoor attires. So, I found some foam visors, and I got a whole bunch of foam stickers, and we decorated Ken visors as the Barbie craft part. Everybody loved that. Everybody loved that. They had fun, which was good. Great. Awesome. Then after the visors, we did cake. That was awesome. We were all holding our breath as the sparkler got closer and closer to Godzilla's face. No, Godzilla did not catch on fire, which is good because Godzilla's head and upper body is made of rubber, and that would have been absolutely terrifying to see a melting Godzilla. Now, also, this 1.5 foot tall, 10-pound Godzilla is a moving animatronic. However, we are not installing batteries and we are not giving her the remote. So, she just has this giant, huge Godzilla to play with, um, which I thought was the best out of the whole thing. I think I was more excited to light the sparkler and present the cake than I was for anything else for the whole party, if we're being honest. Just because I was so hyped to put the sparkler on and then walk out and be like, "Oh wow, look at that! Godzilla's breathing fire as he's chasing Barbie! Wah!" Like that was gonna be it. All the kids were stoked. The cake that we did was a s'mores cake. I could have layered it better, but I didn't know until after the fact what the best way to do that was. Um, but now I know for next time, and it makes total sense. So I did a very thick 2-layer cake. Um, I did a s'mores cake. So I did the bottom layer, it was a yellow cake, and I put cinnamon in it. So it was kind of more like graham crackery. And then I poked holes in it. I melted down chocolate and marshmallows and I poured it into the holes. I did a layer of marshmallow fluff and then I crumbled some graham crackers. And then the top layer of cake was chocolate to kind of like replicate dirt. And I did a marshmallow fluff. Instead of doing icing, I did marshmallow fluff. And then I put graham cracker buildings, and some of them were broken, but I put like some pink and yellow frosting. Well, it was supposed to be red. I found some natural dye that I mixed with the marshmallow fluff, and I could have added more red to make it redder, but I got to a point where I'm like, this is just going to be pink buildings, and the fire's just going to be yellow. So I I made buildings on fire because Godzilla's chasing Barbie through the town that's on fire, as he does normally. So, yeah, that was everyone was like, "Oh, wow, look at that. Shoot." I was like, "Yeah, look at me." And can you believe that? No artificial dye. It's all natural dye. What? And can you believe I made this? What? I was pretty proud of myself. I do have to shout out my grandmother on my mom's side. She baked cakes forever. So, and though I have not done any cake making with her recently, there have been times where I've watched her make a cake or like her and I have made a cake. And so I know my creativity and what small amount of cake baking skills and decorating that I have come from her. So thank you, Grandma, for giving me that gene and letting my child's birthday be a success from it. I'm very appreciative. So, shout out to Grandma. Um, After cake, we did presents. Um, that was that was a good time. She got a lot of clothes, which is great. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys. Hold on, wait, nope, stay focused. Let me finish the party and then I will tell you guys the great news. She got a lot of clothes, a lot of new clothes. She got a new pair of school shoes. She got a new pair of rain boots. She got some Crocs, a new pair of Crocs because her old ones were too small. She got a whole bunch of like arts and craft kind of things like coloring books, drawing books, blank books, crafty things. She got a good bit of axolotl stuff, which I'm very happy about because at first she wanted unicorn cat, which I'm like, okay, we can do that. And then she goes, wait, no, Barbie Godzilla. And I'm like, oh, that's the best one yet. And then after I started getting stuff, she goes, what about axolotl? And I'm like, no, because I really, really like Barbie Godzilla. So I said, well, I'll do Barbie Godzilla and we'll sprinkle in axolotl. I'll tell the people you like axolotl. And she's like, okay, we can do that. And the crowd heard. She got some axolotl stuffed animals. She got like a bead project. I got her a mini chia garden that has some axolotl figures in it. Our friend from across seas got her some axolotl charms to go with her Crocs. Um, Gosh, what else? I'm trying to think, and I hope I didn't miss anything. Um, I think that was it. I could be wrong. Did I say she got some stuffed animals? I'm pretty sure I did. Can't really think of anything else right now off the top of my head. So please don't be mad if I miss something. But that's some of the axolotl stuff that she got. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think. Um, I got her a new tablet, but that's not really that big of a deal. Well, kind of is. It's kind of a funny story. I got her the new tablet, presented it to her for her birthday, and then 3 days later, she leaves to go with her dad. And her dad has a tablet there for her so that way we're not, bringing the tablet back and forth. So it's kind of like, well, here, happy birthday, kid. Now don't play with any of the stuff because you're going to be gone at your dad's for the whole summer. So here's a whole bunch of new toys and stuff that you don't get to play with. Oh yeah, that's some of the stuff. She got some new Barbies. I know she got like an Elsa Barbie. I know Nat Nat gave her a dog groomer Barbie, which makes sense. It's awesome because Nat Nat is a dog groomer. Well, she's a dog bather, but she's on her way to be a dog groomer. Um, what else? I got her the new Barbie. So she got that Barbie. She got that Barbie. She got that Barbie. She already had those other ones. There's so much. I can't think of everything. But she had a really fun time with the presents. And then for like the party favors, I um I found there was a Barbie set that Walmart sells. And it's like a cute little bag. And it comes with sunglasses, comes with a tube of bubbles, comes with some slap it bracelets, comes with some keychains, which those were a big hit because somebody has a keychain collection up in her room. So I got points for that. It came with stickers, and I think that was it for the Barbie stuff. And then for the Godzilla stuff, I found a pack. It came with Godzilla bracelets. It came with Godzilla pins. It came with, drumroll please, a Godzilla keychain. What? Double points. And it came with Godzilla stickers. Did I say that? I can't remember. So everyone got sunglasses, got bubbles. The boys got Godzilla stickers. The girls got Barbie stickers. The girls got Barbie bracelets. The boys got Godzilla bracelets. Everyone got a Godzilla pin. The girls got Barbie keychain. The boys got Godzilla keychain. I think that was all that came in the bags. Oh, and then I I had a custom banner done. Another one of the moms who was coming to the party, who is Josh's best friend's sister. Her family was coming to the party because she has a son that's just a year older than Ava, and like we're really good friends now. She does custom banners. So she made one, custom did it, because she's a stay-at-home mom, so she's got all the time and she's got a projector. So she can do some really cool intricate designs. On one side, it's got Godzilla, and he's wearing a party hat. And the other side has Barbie, and she's holding a balloon, some balloons, and one of them has the number 6 on it. And in Godzilla-ish font, it says Happy Birthday. And then in Barbie font, it says Ava. So it was so cool. It was awesomely done. I'm pretty sure I posted that on Facebook and Instagram for friends and family and followers. So you can see that there. And she also printed off a whole bunch of little Godzillas that they're like, roar. Well, no, the Godzilla doesn't roar necessarily, but Godzilla's like shooting a laser out of its mouth. And she punched a hole where the mouth is, and then I stuck a candy rock stick, like the candy rock that comes on a stick, through that and taped the back so it looked like the candy rock was the laser coming out of his mouth. That was I thought was like, "Oh yeah, ticket item. Heck yes." Um, Let me see. And yeah, that was it. Oh, I made a slideshow of pictures of Ava. Oh my gosh, this was so funny. I made a slideshow because I was like, "Oh, well, we're going to be in the house," because the whole week leading up to the birthday party, it rained every single day, and my backyard floods so bad. So I'm like, "There's no way we can let the kids be outside and do this because they're just gonna trample mud. They're gonna be so muddy and wet. Like, it's gonna be a no go. I really wanted to have it outside because I did not want all that yelling and screaming in my house going on, but tis what tis. Um, so I said, okay, well, since we're using the slideshow, or since we're having the party inside, I can utilize the TV and play a slideshow. Oh, also, I was showing Godzilla and Barbie movies upstairs. I was doing Barbie movies in Ava's bedroom, and I was doing Godzilla movies in the spare bedroom. So that way, like, if people wanted to go up and watch the movies, they could. But I did a slideshow on our TV in the living room with pictures of Ava, like, growing up and stuff throughout the years. I had almost like 80 pictures. And when Josh's mom got there, she came in and she's, setting stuff down, getting things, situated. She turns around and she looks at the TV, and there's an ultrasound, two ultrasound pictures, and it just says, "Hi, Mom." And she about lost her shit. She came into the kitchen and she was like, Kristana? Is there something that you're wanting to tell us? And I'm like, what? And she goes, the ultrasound pictures on the TV? And I'm like, oh, those are of Ava. No, 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 no. I'm not. Oh God, no, no, I'm not pregnant right now. No, those are pictures of Ava from 6, 7 years ago. She goes, oh my God, like she thought I'm over here about to give a pregnancy announcement at my kid's birthday party. Like, heck no. My goodness. She came in, oh, she was sweating bullets. It was so funny. But yes, it was so much fun. It was so awesome. There were so many people. This was like also another really big deal for me because this was the first thing this was the first thing that I've gotten to host as myself in a very long time. Not only that though, um, this was the first thing Josh and I have ever hosted. Because like Aunt Christie's hosted Thanksgiving. Well, no, she didn't do things. She did Christmas. Josh's dad's mom hosted Thanksgiving, and Aunt Christie hosted Easter, and Aunt Christie hosted something else, I thought. I could be wrong. Was it at the old house? Wait, no, no, no. No. I can't remember, but this was the first thing that we've hosted. And so it was kind of a big deal because it's like, it's not that things have to be perfect. It's just, I don't want his family walking away saying, oh God, like, that's what she threw for her kid. That's the party she threw. Oh Jesus. Oh God, she can't cook. She can't host her. Oh gee, no. Like, I can host a party as long as things go in my head how they're supposed to go, you know? And it did. Things did go pretty well. Um, so I'm pretty sure I showed the family, like, look, we can trust that Chrisana can host, because there is almost nothing worse than hosting a gathering of any sort and either being a terrible hostess or having terrible food or just like the vibe is not right. Because then it's like, oh, I'm gonna host Christmas, blah blah blah. And it's like, no, we don't. There's certain people we don't let host because they're terrible hosts. And I did not want to be labeled a bad host in the family. Like, people gonna know. Oh yeah, when Kristana is having a party at her house, we want to be there. Yep, yep, yep. So hopefully this showed them. Hopefully they didn't have a bad experience that I didn't notice as I'm trying to throw a party for my kid. But it was good. It was really, really good. It was really fun. Um, I didn't really hear anything negative. So let's hope that stays like that. Um, let's see. Oh, okay. Oh. Big news, the big news, the big news. So, for those who don't know, um, I have been so focused on trying to make sure Ava has the best education that I can provide for her, right? Like, education for our children is always something that parents are concerned about. And I am not saying there is anything wrong with public education. I have public education. Every one of my friends that I know has public education, and we all turned out just fine. Okay. But there are other educational opportunities for Ava that I am made aware of that I see have different benefits for Ava than going to public school. And I have been trying to pursue getting her into the Montessori School of South Huntsville, which I don't know if it's technically a private school or if it just is a private school. I mean, there is tuition to go there, it's not state funded. So I don't know if that's like the difference between public and private is just like if it's state funded or not. But it's not a state funded school. I do have to pay tuition to put her in. Um, I'm not really going to go into the specifics of the difference between a Montessori school and public school and private schools. If you want to do your own research on that, you can. Just know it's, in my opinion, if utilized correctly and responsibly, is a very good school. And we you have to put in an application, and then you have to go do like a family interview. And when you do the family interview, it's you and whoever else you want to bring with you who's going to be in the child's life prominently. So Josh and I went, and Ava went to this family interview, and they pull the kid aside, and the kid goes to one table with a teacher lady, and they just do stuff. and then you and the other adult, whoever else you bring, go to another table and you are just asked questions. You're interviewed. Talk about different things about the child, different aspects and whatever. So it was very intimidating because, excuse me, it's like, well, I don't want to give an answer and make them think I'm a bad mom, but I also don't want to overanalyze the question and make them think I'm trying to give them, you know, prepped up fake answers. So I had to balance that out, and it was very scary. And I got the email that she had been accepted in the school. However, um, that's not quite the email I was that's not the email I've been waiting for. Okay, because anyone who knows anything, private schools are very expensive. Um, and for us to just flat out afford it, flat rate, full rate, would not be possible. So I applied for a scholarship for her to go to the school, and that's what I have been waiting for. That's what I've been holding my breath for. Ava did a shadow day at this Montessori school, and she absolutely loved it. She was excited to go back, and she was very disappointed that she couldn't go back the next day. So when I got confirmation that she had been accepted to the school, I I didn't wanna tell her, "Hey, you've been accepted, but we're waiting for the scholarship to see if you got accepted for the scholarship," because if she didn't get accepted for the scholarship, then she wasn't gonna go to the school, and there's no point in getting her hopes up like that just, to tear them down. So I've been waiting for this email to come in, and the Friday before her birthday, I got the email saying, "Hey, get ready to come to Montessori school next year." She got the scholarship. So, technically, not officially, she got the scholarship because the group that has the scholarship, they do not send their "Hey, you officially got the scholarship" emails out until the end of the summer. It's like, what? Parents can't wait until the end of the summer to know if they got the scholarship to know where their kids are going to school at. But the scholarship lady knows that, and so she sends a pre-email to the schools saying, "Hey, tell these families to get ready to come to your school next year." Wink, wink. And that's like the sign of, "Hey, we can't officially tell these parents that they got the scholarship yet. Like it's just like part of the fine print, but I can tell you to tell them to get ready for the upcoming school year." And that's like my sneaky loophole way of saying, "Hey, they got the scholarship." So that was to get that email the day before her party was so, I was, oh God. I sat there, I had to sit there for like 10 minutes and just like take it in and like, oh my God, we did it. We got it. She got in. This is awesome. So now it's just fingers crossed that this school works for her, because that's part of the whole reason why I pulled her out of public school is the way how public school operates doesn't work for everyone. And I see how she functions at home. And I just have a feeling, I have a hope that the Montessori school, with how it functions and operates, will work better for her in her learning style. So fingers crossed that going to Montessori works for this first grade school year. That is coming up starting August 4th is the first day of school. Um there's an email that she sent. Well, there's an attachment with the email with the school schedule and stuff. So I have to look at all the paperwork and whatever, but got it. And one of the things with the Montessori school is the clothing. So they don't have a uniform, but everything is uniform. Okay, so like the kids don't pick out and bring their own backpacks. The Montessori school provides every kid with the same tote. So that way, like, no kid can look at another kid and be like, "Ugh, man, like that kid's backpack is so much cooler than mine. I wish I had that. That fucking stinks." Or they can't do the opposite and be like, "Ugh, that kid's backpack fucking sucks." Like, geez, like, have money? No? Gah. Like, nope, everyone it gets the same thing here. So when it comes to clothes, it's not uniform. It's not a uniform, but there are some more extensive dress code rules where like the students can't wear like characters. So she can't wear her bluey tennis shoes because there's bluey on it. And so she has to have like plain regular shoes. So grandma found her some black regular shoes. And like on their shirts, it can be patterns, like flower pattern or like checkered pattern or whatever. But like can't have Toy Story on it. Can't have like Mario and Luigi on it. Like because I don't want to just like blatantly say, oh, because other kids will get jealous of it. Like I don't I don't wanna say that's the only reason. Like, there's gonna be a better reason than just that, but that's just, like, their dress code. I mean, because it's also, like, the same with why private schools have and public schools have uniforms, so everyone's equal, everyone's the same. Um, no one can make fun of somebody else because of the brand, like, can't have Nike on your shirt. Um So it still gives them the creative freedom to express themselves just with limitations. So she got a whole bunch of school clothes from Natalie's grandma, who is Grandma Linda, of like and Nat also got her just like plain shirts. Plain Jane solid colored t-shirts, plain pants. Um So, I mean, not totally plain. Some of them have flowers and stuff on them, but they're not like Under Armour. They're not like name brand and ooh, look at my name brand shirt. So, I'm excited. I'm excited. Um, I'm also excited. I'm excited. You know what? We had a good day today. I don't know why I was about to say what I just said. So my friend came over today and it's just been a minute since I've gotten to see her. Um She was on a family vacation during Ava's birthday party, so she didn't get to come, which is okay. Um, I know Ava was a little bit not disappointed, because like we get it. She's like, oh darn. She bummed. But my friend came over today and oh, I'm so excited. So I'm rearranging Ava's room and I'm, tossing out a whole bunch of old toys that she does not play with anymore. And we're kind of centralizing. I'm making her a Barbie dream house. She has a 3x3 cube shelf, like the cube storage cubes, She got 3x3, 9 different holes. And I'm going to turn that, and it's pink. I'm going to turn it into a Barbie dream house. So instead of spending $200 on the house, I'm just going to turn each little cubby into a room. So going from top left to right and then down every row, it's Barbie's bedroom, and then the walk-in closet, and then the kids' bedroom. Then I think it goes the kitchen, the dining room, then the bathroom, and on the bottom is the living room, the entryway, and then a garage. And then on the top of the shelf is going to be like the balcony swimming pool and the little poolside area. So, very excited to turn that. I went to Lowe's today with my friend and we got some brackets to put on the back because the shelf is very wobbly. So, we got some brackets to put on the back of that to make it more sturdy. I got her a couple more Barbies. I got her some kid Barbies. I got her a kitchenette to go in the kitchen. Got her some more outfits. Let's see. And then I got her a new cubicle shelf because there are like some non-Barbie toys, obviously, that we're gonna keep. So I needed to get her a new shelf anyways, because she has like a lot of toys and she doesn't really play with much of them. So we're gonna start kind of condensing and getting rid of things that she doesn't need or play with. Um, and I rearranged her room. I kept her little kitchenette because she still does play, you know, mommy. She's got some stuffed animals that she plays mommy with and mommy and baby with, and you gotta feed your baby. Um, but I do need to go through her closet and like separate school clothes, weekend clothes, you know, school clothes, day off clothes, you know. Um, and I need to get her bathroom, clean. And then I'm excited because then I can get those two rooms done and then boom, close the door. That's it. We didn't gotta touch those no more, baby. Like it's gonna be nice to have and not really have to worry about the upstairs and cleaning the upstairs because it's just gonna be the cat closet. The cat's going up and down in the cat closet. I'm excited for my house to not be so chaotic. My plate, I get to scrape off a little bit of responsibility off my plate for the summer. So, like, don't get me wrong, I love my kid. I would do anything for her. But to get to have a break, ooh, Lord, much needed. Much needed. Um, Especially like these past 3 weeks when she's been out of school but hasn't been able to go to her dad's for the summer yet. So she's been home while I'm working. And I'm like, look, I can either be a mom or I can either be an employee. I cannot be both. So Ava is an audible processor. Like she gets a thought in her head and she has to say it out loud. She does not have a filter. She does not have an off switch. This child sleep talks. She does not stop talking ever. And it can just be a lot when I'm sitting here trying to work, trying to read all these notes and read all these benefits and read all these emails. And then on top of it, I've got, you know, irritations from work and dealing with these gosh darn people. And then on top of it, she doesn't recognize her volume when she's being loud and she's over there on the couch, trying to be good in a sense. She's like playing on her tablet or something, or she's playing with her Barbie dolls on the couch in the office next to me, or she's doing coloring or an art project in the desk next to me, and she's just talking. And I'm just like, child, if you do not stop talking, I will turn into a bad mother. And I don't want to do that. So far, it's been a cool game, but you are about to make me lose my mind if you do not. So, for I'm pretty sure it's 3 weeks. It might have been 2.5, but for basically 3 weeks of constant sound because it's not even always talking. Sometimes she's just making noise or like humming something, or making a small comment on what she's doing. There's always there's always a sound coming out of this child. And if you don't live with her full time 24/7 like how I do, it can be very annoying. Some people will like take her for a couple hours and be like, "Oh, she's fine. She's tired, but she's fine. It's okay." And I'm like, "No, it's not. You don't understand." I saw a TikTok. It said it's a kid, and the kid's like, "I don't suffer from autism. My mama suffers from my autism." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, my child. I don't suffer from her. She don't suffer from ADHD. I suffer from her ADHD. Oh, bless it. She's not officially diagnosed or anything, but I'm like, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, you got it. You got it, kiddo. A plus. So it's a lot. Anyway. So yeah, let me think. So we're doing that. Got the brackets. I went to the Goodwill. I found these cute pumpkins, y'all. They got heart eyes. So now I'm gonna paint them and they're gonna be Valentine's Day pumpkins. So now I can have some seasonal spoopy stuff instead of just year-round spoopy stuff. I can have like Christmas pumpkins and Valentine's Day pumpkins. Um I need to get more seasonal spoopy things because usually spoopy season is just spoopy season and there is nothing else. But like, oh, like Summerween is a thing. I need to get some Summerween stuff, like a skeleton and a pool floaty, you know? I would love to have that. Or like, I don't really know right now. I can't think of hardly anything. But we're gonna have Summerween, Winterween, and then autumn is just Halloween. And then Springween? Jack of Spring? No. I don't know. I'll have to think about the spring, what to call it. But Summerween is a thing. It's been a thing for the past couple years. So I'm very excited to see what Summerween has. Oh, also, I found black eggs. They're black chalk eggs, but they're hollow or foam or something. I don't know, but I found black eggs at the Goodwill. And I said, finally, Black Easter, because they don't make Black Easter. Everything is pink and blue and green and yellow. Nothing's black. And I want black. Walmart this year for Easter, I noticed, sold these velvet fuzzy little bunnies. And I said, that'd be so cute to have if one of them was black. I want a black little bunny to have because they had 2 years, or was it this past winter, or maybe it was 2 winters ago? They had a black velvet reindeer for Christmas, and I should have got it. I contemplated myself every week. I go grocery shopping every week, so I passed it every week when I went to Walmart to pick up the things from Walmart. I wanted it so bad, but I'm like, no, I cannot spend this money right now. Like, it's just a decoration. Like, where would I even put it right now? I had plenty of places to put it, but I did the responsible thing, and I was like, no, God, I should have got it. But I found these black Easter eggs, and I'm going to paint them as little jack-o'-lanterns. Probably do like a skeleton face and maybe like a little ghost because it's a whole like carton of them. But I am so excited. It's my first Black Easter thing, and I am pumped for next Easter to get to have these and to get to like put them somewhere. I'm so excited. But let's see, what else did I get from the Goodwill? Oh, we found some more pumpkin stuff. Okay, so I found the heart pumpkins for Valentine's Day. I found the Easter eggs. Ava found a big realistic looking pumpkin and we're gonna paint it like a jack-o'-lantern later. And I found a little pumpkin that has the letter K on it. Like I found some stuff. And then we went down to we went to the Walmart today. We got the new shelving unit. I got a couple Barbie things. Um, we went to Lowe's. I got the brackets. And then we came home and we put some stuff together and we had lunch. We had Domino's. Good old Domino's. A nice little pizza. Um, and then we went out. Ooh, we went out to some cemeteries. Ooh. Um, and Caitlin, my friend who came, she found like it's a free app, so like how accurate and real is it? But it's basically like a ghost voice box. So like, ooh, hey, look, I found this app. We should go to the cemetery. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, that's sick. So we went out walking in the cemetery and it was so active. Like it was saying like names, it was saying, do you see me? Are you looking for me? It was like, hey, come here. It was keep recording. It was what do you want? It said things like go away. I drove and it said car. I'm behind you. Sword. And I was like, "Oh." It said some names, which we assume were some names of people buried there. We couldn't really find them. Um, I asked it a question about like what do you think of the highway that was built, like the interstate system that was built right next to it? And someone replied and said, "Don't like it." And I was like, "Hey, I get it." It was so crazy. It was cool. Um, and then we went to Arby's, got a little snacky snack. Came home. I made Philly sandwiches with my friend Caitlin. She loves Phillies, and so this was the first thing I got to actually like cook for her. And yeah, maybe I recorded a podcast episode with her for later. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. You'll have to see. But it was a great weekend. We had a great weekend last weekend with the party, and it's a great weekend this weekend because I got rid of my child for a little peace and quiet, and I got to spend a little me time with a friend. So that is the update that I've got. That's all that I got. That's what I have. So my computer's actually about to die. I'm on 4%. So that's probably my cue to go. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Um, if you have any questions, comments, stories, anything, I'm looking for more listener stories. But anything spooky or maybe like birthday parties you had recently or ideas for birthday parties or if you have anything like have you been in any cemeteries talking to ghosts? I don't know. Tell me. Um we want to go do that again because that was so fun. Oh my god, we ended up finding this little cemetery in a neighborhood. I'll post pictures on Instagram, you guys. You know how to find me, averageghostmom@gmail.com. You can find me as average.ghost.mom on Instagram. I gotta post more TikToks. I've been so bad about that. It's just been crazy. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.